Okay, I'm back. I'm refreshed. Do I actually feel better? No, not really. Not really. I actually have a headache and I'm feeling a lot of ways. The energy is super wild. The power just shut off a couple times. Um, my voicemail wouldn't. I received a voicemail and went to call my voicemail, and my voicemail wouldn't let me get in because it had some PIN number that wasn't any of the numbers I could think of. So I had to change that. Um, I'm actually not moving into my apartment for another extra day than what I thought. So the energy's been wild and all over the place. But I guess that's just what it is. That's just what we're dealing with today. So I spruced myself up a little bit. Just a bit. I put my hair up, redid my lipstick. And this is where we're at. I'm trying to drink water. I ate some pickled beets, which you'd think would cure everything. I'm just feeling some type of way, man. The whole day. And like, I remembered my dreams when I first woke up and then kind of just forgot about them. Can't even remember them. And that's kind of what I said I was going to do yesterday. But I remember my dreams from the night before last. Still, just not from last night. Like last night, I feel like they were somewhat pleasant, but at the same time, like it does feel like I'm getting fucked with energetically. Feels like people are trying to get me in my dreams. Not get me, like get to me. Try to like figure out my processes, try to figure out like what I'm doing, where I'm at, like what I'm thinking so they can like get under my skin. That's what it feels like. I know that sounds crazy. Like I said, all of this stuff sounds crazy until you start like understanding that there's literally people out here like trying to do that shit. You think I'm crazy just for feeling some type of way. There's literally people investing actual energy, time, money, resources, like sacrificing other like animals and people and shit to do these types of things. Like that's what's crazy. The world is crazy. I'm just living in it. Right? So um, I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to just get back to this. Right now, that's the only card I have for my Uncle Jerry, and that's the only card I'm having for him right now because I don't feel anything. I feel like I want some clarification cards for my dad. For my dad, my real dad. But I want them, okay, I should have said it before. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse came up. I want them in face down, please. And I'm only going to take like a couple at a time. So if you don't come face down, I'm not going to take you. You can keep popping up. Yeah, all these cards want to come out, but do they want to come out the right way? The way that I'm asking so that I can know for sure that they're the right message? It's not that hard. In fact, I'm asking you to do something even simpler than what you're trying to do. A star and the Four of Cups came out face up. And that's even like what it's saying. Like the Four of Cups is like, as I said that, I happened to look at the clock and it said 444. The Four of Cups is like, you're being handed a cup and it's like, no. Fine. take them. You're lucky. You're lucky. Okay, but energy, like, let's get rid of all this weird chaotic energy as best as possible. I'm trying to come down, you know. I want to get into this in a serious fashion. I want to be able to, like, pull things out of here and reveal the truth of things. The last time I was just doing this reading was wild because it pulled out a lot of trauma and ended up leaving me feel some type of way. But, like, that's not really what we're here for. It's great and good to get all of those things out, but I'm not just trying to reveal all my secrets. Thank you very much. I'm actually trying to reveal y'all's secrets involving me. Okay? I know that's not something I would normally ask for. Maybe I don't know the exact right way to ask, but here I am asking as genuinely as I possibly can. Please give the cards to me face down so that I can know that they're the right ones to take. Thank you. Yeah, my subconscious takes all of it in, okay? But we're working with, like, the energy I can make sense of. Okay, so this is a second. So I'm just starting off where we left off, okay? Or for as much as I can. So if you feel like you're lost, you're gonna have to watch the first one. Okay, but a reminder that my dad, my real dad, was in the Strength in reverse. The cards I got out. I'm turning them this way. I turned them this way. Which doesn't seem right, but the fact that I did it makes me feel like there's a purpose in it. So I'm just gonna set them up here. I wonder if I can set this up in a way. Okay, so we have the Star card and the Four of Cups, but they're in the reverse now because of the way that I chose to turn them. Which to me right now is resonating that it's because they are the most closely attached to my dad, because he's the Strength in reverse, or represented that way. So, like, they're being represented that way because they're closely attached to him. The Star and the Four of Cups. Ah, the Star is 17. Very interesting. Clarifying that. No, they're somehow separate. Okay, so these two cards are separate. And this third card is the clarifier for that separation. They all go together. They're all together. The Strength card is yellow. This card is yellow. This card is yellow. The three in the middle are blue. I have the Fool in the upright. The Queen of Wands in the upright. And the Seven of Swords in the upright. Queen of Wands is resonating with me as the Strength card. Both the Queen of Wands and the Fool have a flower in their left hand. And a staff in their right hand. The Fool has a white puppy dog at his feet, and the Queen of Wands has a black kitty cat at her feet. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Today's had like the weirdest energy all day. Since I woke up, it's just been this like heavy, weird, chaotic energy. And I felt this like other times in my life. And what it's felt like is like there's somebody like actively trying very hard to like push their destiny onto me and like make me take like their L's and like their karma so that they can receive my goods, the goodness like that I have coming towards me. Like it always feels like once I've like worked very, very hard and like done the right things and like been in the right modes and everything like that and like have everything like laid out, like I can expect my blessings because I've worked for them and I know what to expect. And then, like, in that weird little in between waiting process where there's like that tiny bit of anxiety of just like that waiting anxiety, like it starts to get preyed on where it starts to feel like some sort of self doubt. And if it feels like any sort of self doubt at all, or even subconsciously, if I like let it like play into any sort of self doubt, then it feels like they're actively like trying to like switch or like swap our like life paths or our destinies in the sense like my destiny is that I have to work for everything that I fucking have. Like that's always been my destiny. The things that I have coming to me are because I worked for them. But like part of that is because I worked for them. Like that was in part my destiny. That's not the part they're swapping out, right? They're just trying to make me do the work and then trying to sneak in so that they can get the rewards. And so that they can leave me feeling some type of way. And I don't like that feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a weird feeling, but that is literally what it feels like. It feels like, yeah, like there's times that I actively like am aware that I'm like manipulating my concepts of time or like my experience of time. That I'm slowing down time or speeding up time in order to be like in a sort of alignment with certain things. And like it feels like somebody else is slowing down my wheel. Like somebody else is there where it's like almost like if you're in one side and you're like doing it the way that you know it needs to be done in order to like achieve certain things, but like all of a sudden there's all this resistance, right? And it feels like this like resistance, but not just like a universal resistance, like not this like be patient and just wait because like things are unraveling. That I felt yesterday, I felt the day before, but this feeling is different. It's heavy in the sense that like it feels like you're trying to do the thing that you know you're supposed to do and there's something on the other side working directly against you. Like not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, and now I like feel super depleted. Like I could literally just go take a nap right now. Wasn't just feeling that way. Just feeling all over the place and it's really stupid because there's no reason for me to be feeling that way at all. Like that's if it's actually coming from me, if it's something even if it's like a trauma based thing, like that's still coming from within me. There's still like a grounding I can attain from processing those things. This isn't something to be processed. This is like, no, there's something wrong here. Like not not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm seeing the Seven of Swords as, yes, I see that there's still 2 swords left to pick up, but I'm just leaving them and I'm just walking away. I've already got what I've got to carry and I'm good. I'm just walking away. I'm acknowledging them. I'm looking at them. I'm even like looking at them as I'm walking away. I kind of got this like smug look on my face, right? The Fool, like, and then moves into the Fool. The Fool's like willing to take that leap of faith. The Fool resembling the Star. The Star's in reverse. One thing I noticed about the Star in a past reading was that even when the Star card itself is in reverse, that the Star is always, there is no up or down for it. No matter what direction it's in, it's still this, it's an, what's that word? Like it's equal in every direction. I can't think of what the word is. There's this funny little bird on a tree behind her. Okay, and like in, because these are right next to each other, right? Like in this, she's got like this hill and then a tree. There's a funny little bird in the tree, but like there's this hill and this tree. And then this, like, it is a hill with a tree. And so I'm almost seeing it like he's behind this tree. Okay, so he's in the background of the Star. And it's almost that like that where like he's looking at his 3 cups and he's being handed a whole nother cup by the divine. And he's not satisfied. Right? Meanwhile, the Star is completely butt naked, has 2 pots with water, and is pouring the water out. One into a pond that already has water in it, and one onto the dry ground. But she's completely butt naked and she's giving out of what she has. Where he is fully clothed, sitting under this tree. He already has 3 cups, and he's even being handed another cup, and he's not satisfied. Which right now is resonating as like part of what I know of my dad's personality, which is like what I said I wasn't trying to do really. I was going off of what I know, but like you have this star quality. You have like you're wealthy as an individual, like not just uh, monetarily or not even necessarily monetarily, but like you have this quality about you where you can always just pour out and into others because you just have it in spades, right? Um, but then the opposing quality of the same personality being that that leaves me feeling like I don't have to accept just whatever comes to me, even if it's being handed from the divine. If I'm not happy with these things, I don't have to be. The Star has 7 stars behind her. 8 stars, but the one is like the sun, like it's a big yellow star. Then the others are white stars. That bird is like a dodo bird, like some kind of extinct weird bird. That just like startled the hell out of me. That like it made my heart jump. It was my water bottle popping. Can you feel the weird energy? It's weird. I literally feel like somebody's just like hovering over me. It feels like somebody's like leaning over my head, like on my head, with their hands on my shoulders. They're like looking. They're like trying to look for me. Get out of here. I want to be the only energy in this space right now. I know that I'm looking for truths from other energies. Like I understand how this is working, right? I understand what I'm looking for. I need everything to have its own designated space. This space that I am in right now, my space, mine. I don't want anybody else in it or anything else in it. Clear the space. The space is mine. Somebody like pressing my face. Pressing my face. I don't like what I see. I don't like this. Why you're doing this. That's not even how it is. Well, then show me how it is. Show me how it is. Show me what you're trying to show me. The Nine of Cups in the upright. The Nine of Cups came out on its side, face up. The Eight of Pentacles came face down in the upright. Yeah. I don't know why I'm even trying to sit here and like pander to this energy that I just told to get the fuck out. Get out of here. Sitting here, and so then you get even closer and start trying to talk through me, and then I'm like, okay, fine, what is it? Why do I continue to do that? I'm so tired of your energy. I'm so tired of you trying to speak for me, trying to think for me, trying to stop me from thinking and speaking for myself. It's been far too long. Okay, you already did it to my dad for however many years. You don't need to keep doing it to me. You're not gonna keep doing it to me. Leave me the fuck alone. Get out of my energy field. I don't want to deal with you. Get out of my energy field. Get. Go on. No, like I don't want you sitting in the corner being some type of way either. I don't want your energy around. It's shitty energy. It's bad, shitty energy. It literally fucks up everything that it touches. I don't want it around. Go heal. Go heal. Isn't that interesting to say go heal when you're talking to a dog, those mean the opposite. Heal means to come. Right? But I'm not talking to a dog. I'm talking to my mom. Grow up, get the fuck out of here. I don't know why you insist upon making me tell you these things this way. You make me talk to you like you're a toddler because you act like a toddler. I'm not impressed. I don't like it. I don't have kids. I don't deal with that energy. Leave me alone. I did not even put you through that when I was a toddler either. I was a good kid. Up until you started being shitty, then I started handing it right back to you, and you've never liked that. Too bad. Too bad. This is what growing up feels like. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not taking on your energy anymore. I'm not pandering to your energy anymore. I'm not taking it on anymore. You feel shitty because you've been shitty, and you keep trying to put shitty energy onto everybody else. You can sit in that shitty energy. I'm not planting a garden right now. I'm trying to dig the weeds out of my garden that I've already planted. I don't need your bullshit. Yeah. Well, unlike you, I don't care what other people think like that. I'm aware. I'm videotaping this. I don't care. You're the one having to cloak yourself. You're so embarrassed. Can't even look yourself in the mirror. Have to look at me. We're not the same person. You don't need to look at me anymore. I'm not in your life for a reason. You want to see yourself in me so bad. But you're like a despicable, ugly soul. I do the work to shed myself of the shit you put on, to shed myself of the reflection of you, that I do work to ensure it. And the only reason you want to see yourself in me so bad is because you hate yourself. I don't hate myself. I love myself. I love myself. I'm so thankful for who I am. I'm so thankful to have done everything that I've done to get me to where I am today. I am. I don't live in guilt. I'm not ashamed of who I am. And once you get through that shit, then you can heal, and then you don't have to be in shame anymore. You just have to do the work. You can't keep not doing the work and then wondering why it keeps feeling like shit. I want to know the truth, and I cannot get it from you. I want to know the truth. I want to know really like where I've come from, who I am given these things, like why these things are the way that they are. Sitting here fighting with my mom in my head. I'm not looking for anything except for you to leave me alone. Angels, guides, ancestors, those that are in my highest good and working for my greatest and highest good, please remove this energy from my energy field. Please block this energy from my energy field. I'm not welcoming them. We can do the internal work, me and y'all, in order to get to a place of being able to make the allowance to let that energy in. But I am not doing that right now. That is not what we're doing right now. She's like fucking Oedipus, sitting outside the gates, trying to catch a peek. That's not even the heavy blocking energy. That's the worst part about it. No, there's something bigger here. There's like a whole ass entity that they've been working with. Probably has been passed down through my family. Right. Asmodeus, I hear you. I'm not intimidated, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Like, not even frustrated, like, just straight annoyed. Like, it's so petty. And you're one of the great kings of hell. Like, it just feels so pathetic. Babo. I'm just trying to clear the energy. This shit is so dumb. I burped up some pickled beets. That helps. It literally does. This is by far gotta be one of the weirdest videos I've ever made. I don't always do this stuff out loud, but I do find myself like arguing with these energies in my head. It's all just dumb shit that's been put on me that I have received and am no longer receiving and am releasing and have released and will continue to release. It's all cloaked. I can't even read this right now. And because it's not just me, I mean, it's not just like one person, right? It's like this whole thing that they set up. It's like one of those fucking, it's Pandora's fucking box. You know, it has these like interwoven locks that like in a Rubik's cube where you have to like, you know, move something from some totally other place in order to adjust this one thing in order to get this one other thing over in this unrelated area to do this thing that seems completely unrelated and that actually just moves the whole thing into a certain direction so that you can get into the place. Yeah, because that's the best that they've got. Yeah, well, thankfully, it's not just me that has to do this. It's not just me doing this. I'm not the only one trying to find out the truth about these things. One, I do have an entire spirit team behind me. I really do. They're everywhere. They're helping other people too to get to this. You guys ain't gonna keep running for long. The thing is, because this is so much deeper than just like my family too. Like, once I have the story of my family and like the characters and the roles that they played and stuff, that's truly just a metaphor for something so much bigger and deeper that's been going on for so much longer. And that's what makes it like difficult too, is because like I'm aware of so many histories that have existed for millennia, and like it all just gets caught up. But like, oh, sorry, that's the point. I have to know all those things because that's all of the different, where all the keys, all the different locks, all the different finagling it has been. I mean, either I'm gonna get to it, or fucking source energy is just gonna blow that shit out of the water. I mean, it's all just a matter of time, one way or the other. You don't get to be like this as a person and do it forever. This is it. This is something that happens for a time and for a purpose. That's it. We all only happen for a time and for a purpose, to be clear. Especially your ass. I was just feeling like I needed to change these. This came up in my dad's, and this came up in my mom's. This resonates with me as my dad. This looks like my fucking mom. This resonates as my mom to me. This whole energy is very much my mom. And I was like, well, how could I swap those? We're destiny swapping back, bitch. Then I looked at the numbers, because, right, this is all just a numbers game, you fucking math magicians. Stupid pieces of shit. This is 21. This is 4. Okay? Well, the difference is 17. Thankfully for me and my dad, the star is 17. And that's where it falls, right next to. Now, granted, the world is still in reverse next to the star in reverse, but at least things are getting put where they belong, even if they weren't placed the way that they came in that box. They're being put back in the proper boxes. Because, yeah, this card looks real good sitting under your tower. It looks 100% right. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to receive the consequences of your actions. You don't like it. You feel like you were supposed to be given something from the divine, and aren't receiving what is being given to you from the divine. You wanted the whole world, but you aren't the star, and you don't deserve the whole world. No, that's a good. So now I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles, who is comfortable in her abundance. She's quite comfortable in her abundance. She has stuff to give. She doesn't have to give. She's comfortable, right? And I'm comparing it to, that is in my mom's deck. I'm comparing it to the Seven of Swords in my dad's deck, where he's like, you know, yeah, I got all these swords. There's still two I can't grab, but that's fine. And it leaves me with this energy of like, not necessarily generosity, but it's always been that like generosity is when I go and like actively give of the things that I have to others, right? Or when like I happen to see that I have it and somebody else needs it, so I give it to them. This is, it's in the same sort of vein, but it's something different when like there's things that I could take because I've actively worked for them and they're there for me to receive. But I'm like, I don't need that because I'm not going to be greedy, right? Like, it's fine. I'll just take what I have. That's fine. Like, being contented. Contentment. Yeah, you don't have no fucking contentment. I want to see, I'll leave it in the reverse. And I'm leaving this up in the upright. It's so funny because you're getting your cards all upright. Does it look like contentment in your deck? No, I do get to switch those things because I'm your kid. I'm the mix of the two of you, so I get to mix whatever fucking shit I want to. You gave me certain things directly. You gave me the cards to work with. I get to choose what I do with them. So, yeah, I do actually get to do that. Nope, in your card, contentment looks just like greed. Isn't that so weird? Isn't it so weird? It's like he already has five swords, but he sees these two other ones and he's like, yeah, but could I fit those too? I could probably fit those. I could grab those. So crazy. We're getting somewhere. See what my stepdad's got from my dad. This one for sure. I'm thinking that the King of Pentacles in the upright, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You can keep your Seven of Cups, even though it literally, the cups, like, it's just what you're looking at. You're looking at what you want. These are your desires. Whether you acknowledge that or not. You want my dad dead. You want a sense of identity. You want my mom in her tower. You want what it is that she comes with and has to offer. You want the wealth that you see, the security. The dragon and the serpent aren't necessarily things that you want. They're shocking to you. They seem evil, but they're what come with your desire. It's just a picture of your desire. King of Pentacles is definitely supposed to be over here. Can I get a couple more for my Uncle Jerry? A couple more clarifiers. I will completely change my perspective if need be. I only read it the way that it came out to me initially, and that was in the midst of everything else. Right? In the midst of everything else, because I was seeing him as like, well, what I was told is that he's always looking out to protect and provide for my mom and us. Any other clarifiers? I'm going to take them if they're face down. Lovers. The Emperor in the reverse and the Empress in the upright. The Lovers. The Magician in the reverse. The Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands on the bottom. Queen of Cups, the Devil. My dad is the Emperor. Scratch up this card. Shit. You can take the reverse. You can take this Strength in reverse. And I'm going to give it to you in the upright because of the Empress. The Empress isn't my mom. The Empress energy came upright in his reading. So it's his to claim. The Emperor in the reverse is something that he's not claiming. So I give that to my dad and I replace it with the Strength. The Strength in the reverse. The Strength in the upright is that you have the courage to bear the truth. Your cards are in the upright. Your Three of Hearts. Three of Swords. Because the Empress is in control of her emotions, right? even if it hurts, has she she can alchemize those things and find comfort in it. She has the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles all underneath her. She embodies all of them. So she doesn't need, the Three of Swords in the reverse to me was reading as need, as a lack mentality, as a victim mentality, as poor me, and all of the things that I haven't gotten, and how heartbroken I am, and how guilty I feel. In the upright, though, it's like, no, you stick another sword in, because despite everything, I'm still going to share the truth. I'm going to bear the truth. And I have the strength to do so now. Because you have the Empress, you no longer have your card in reverse either. You no longer the Five of Cups in reverse. Which is not able to look at the things that I've lost. Because I'm focused on the things that I have, and that's a good thing. But in the reverse, it's like, I'm focusing on the things that I have. I'm able to accept these things. I'm able to move forward. With my uncle all in the upright. The Ace of Swords. Is there anything holding that back? The fact that my mom isn't the Empress, there's jealousy there. The High Priestess. Which I think was in reverse, naturally. I mean, you don't deserve this card either. Not even in the reverse. Me, by the way, I'm going to take it from you. I'm going to make it the way that it's supposed to be. There it is. It's out of the deck for now. So just, there's no proper magic going on here. This is all a bunch of bullshit. This looks clearer. There's something. I took the High Priestess out even. You have no higher cards. What my uncle needs in order to embrace these things is to move away from what was lost, move into what is still left to be gained. Can I have a card for this lobster? Just a single clarifying card for the lobster and the moon card. The Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, but she can't be contented. She refuses. I wasn't really paying attention when I did that. I was mostly paying attention to making sure that these were like mixed before I even try to shuffle them. And the last cards left out are the Emperor, the Empress, the Tower, and the Strength card. Is there any? Let me shuffle this actually. finish up this reading for now. What do I need to finish up this reading? The High Priestess with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, sorry, that wasn't terribly flattering. I mean, it's telling me I don't need to juggle. My mom is actually in her Emperor energy, not the Empress. She is not the Empress. She's in the Emperor energy as a tyrant. In this entire reading, she's been represented as a tower. It won't last. A lot of this stuff is just personal for me to process, okay? That was an insane reading. This was insane. This was a wild time. Nothing definitive came out of that necessarily, but a lot of good came out of it energetically, for sure. Weird video. Weird to sit here and argue with myself over a video, but if you know, you know. We'll have something far more lighthearted the next time. But yeah, this was mostly personal, so I don't really have anything else to say about it. Great times.